Good Tuesday afternoon to everybody. Welcome to Sweet Acre Koi Farm. We're gonna shoot a video I wanted to shoot before I went ahead and put the plastic back on because we did some minor changes and improvements. Yeah, it's a relatively nice day out today, so the fish are kind of hanging towards the top, as you can see. But we're going to be getting very, very cold very, very quick, and it's not going to be going up from there. So you can see that the sun's attempting to try to peek through the clouds there. But it's not too bad. It's like 64 degrees. It's going to be 71 tomorrow, I believe. And then after that, it's going to be just downhill from there. It's not going to be we're not going to see any more 70-degree days. So it's just going to be going downhill from there. But yeah, this is how far we got so far. I've got one of these. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on the pipe in here. Just here. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know if I can get it on. Maybe if I stick it over. Let me see. I'll stick it up. Sorry. I know. I'm making you guys all dizzy. We're just going to go ahead and take this foam. We've got a pool noodle. Let me see if I can figure out where I need to be so you guys can see it. Maybe if I put it up here. Yeah, maybe if I put it over here. Oh my goodness, I don't know where to put it where you can see what I'm doing. Here, I'll sit down and I'll do it this way. There we go. Sorry. Here you go. I'll do it this way. There, can you see it there? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split this noodle like this. I'll do it down here so you can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to split the noodle. You just need to use your finger. There we go. So now we've got it all split. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and pop it over the pipe. Hey, so we're going to do that. Hopefully you can see it. It should be good. Okay. Hopefully I won't be dragging you in the water, I got you rusting on the net that I'm messing with. Okay. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Maybe. Yeah, there. That's better. So we're just going to put this on. We want that tucked underneath there. And there we go. I'm going to fish this out. Yeah, we had the net off in some spots, and it was windy yesterday, and I got some more leaves in the pond. I mean, not all the way off, but we had enough of it to where it could get in there. And then I'll just twist tie that on in a bit. But there, so at least I'll have something a little bit extra to insulate it. Yeah, so, I was going to show you. Let's see, a few things have changed. I went ahead, now see, of course it's not going to be the right direction. Here, I've got my little poker here that I could poke it with. Here we go. And there we go. And I'll make sure it's facing this way before we put the top on. There we go. Yeah, because the wind kind of had it spinning around and it kind of flipped over, so now I'm going to have to undo it. And of course it's facing the wrong way for the video. But we're going to be taking, once I get this all covered up, we're going to be taking the ambient air temperature inside of the polytunnel thingy that we got going on. And so we'll be able to tell what the air temperature is over the water. We have a surface temperature thermometer here. Let me wipe this up a little bit. And the surface temp, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I can see it right there. Is looks like just about 55, maybe a little, no, about 55. Yeah, it's about 55. I don't know if you can see that or not. 55. There you go. So we're going to put that back in here so we can monitor the water temperature on the surface. Now, this thermometer is placed exactly 3 feet down. And I know that because, as you can see, there's a mark right, I'll pull it up. See that little black mark? That was measured to be 3 feet. So that's 3 feet down. So at 3 feet down, it's 55.9 degrees. Now, this one is all the way at the bottom. So this is 6 feet down. So at 6 feet down, it's 74.1 Fahrenheit. There. See? So this is what we're going to be doing this winter. And like right now, we have, it's about 62, 64 outside. Oh, this thing is going to be spinning. Once I get it all set up, and it'll be a lot easier to read that, and it won't be spinning around. I should have taped it down is what I should have done, but I was afraid to fall. Oh, yeah, look at that. See, I'm trying to go this way, and now it's going to go that way. Yeah. Oh, you little stinker. My goodness. Yeah, it does not want to cooperate with me right now. Okay, fine, be that way. But yeah, so we're going to be measuring the ambient temperature in the tunnel. We're going to be measuring the surface temperature with the floater. And then we're going to be measuring 3 feet down with that one. And then we're going to be measuring, where's it at? There it is. We're going to be measuring, sorry for the fingers. We're going to be measuring that one there. And that's going to be the bottom pond temperature. So that's going to be very, very helpful. Very helpful to let me know how I'm going to winter these koi next year. Because I tried to go up on YouTube last year, I think it was, to actually see what the ground temperature was going to, or what the actual pond temperature of the water was below our frost line, which is here in Illinois 36 inches, so 3 feet. So what is the temperature of the ground? 55 is what the temperature is below 3 feet, which is our frost line. Okay, so I tried to look up if anybody was checking the temperature down there, way down. After, you know, I looked and looked and looked, and I mean, I follow a lot of koi pages or groups, and I couldn't find anything. And I tried even Googling it, and I couldn't find where it would break it down and show you that, okay, at this level, you're going to experience this temperature if the surface is this, and at this one. So I'm just measuring it for myself, basically, because, you know, I'm curious. I want to know. I want to know exactly what the koi are actually feeling down there. Because I don't want to sit out here like I see a lot of people do, point my little temperature gun, which I have one. I don't want to just point it at the surface and say, oh, the pond is 55 degrees. You know, if I just went off of the floating temperature, you know, and if somebody said, oh, hey, Chris, what's your pond temperature? Oh, it's 55 degrees. Well, no, it's not. The surface is 55. But as you can clearly see now it just went down just a little bit, probably because the sun is going down behind the clouds. I don't know why, but it's now at 73.4 degrees. This one is still holding at a 55.9. So I'm going to be watching these really, really close. Now, they have been in the water for well over an hour. And I've got it all set up to where all the moisture in the tunnel and whatnot, I've got this bag all sealed up, so it shouldn't affect my LCD screen, I'm hoping. Same with that one. So we'll be able to sit and really monitor that, because I am so curious to know when it is below zero air temperature outdoors, what is that ambient temperature going to be in the tunnel? What is the surface? What's 3 feet down? And what's all the way at the bottom, 6 feet down? That's what I want to know. So that's why we're doing what we're doing, because we are very curious to know how cold it actually is at the bottom where the koi are going to be sleeping this winter. Okay, well, right now I'm going to go ahead and, because it's the sun, it's going to start going down here pretty quick, and it's supposed to rain later on, and I really don't want all the rainwater in my pond. I really don't. But I am going to top it off with a little bit of fresh water, and then I'm going to go ahead and start covering it up, but I'm not going to enclose the fronts. I'm going to leave the fronts open on this one and that one, but I'm going to enclose everything else. That way, when it starts raining, I can just pull the front down so I don't get no rainwater in there and have to worry about anything. But with that bar going across there, that's going to create a nice little peak, so when we go and attach it down there, because, yeah, when we attach it down here, you can see that it's going to actually slope that way. I'm going to go ahead and leave the tunnel in here anyway, just in case we get so much heavy snow that it wants to fall in, and that will at least help keep the plastic up enough to where it's not going to get in the water. I can probably put one over there too, but I think, you know, by the end of this tunnel and then going over here, I think it'll be plenty. I think it would just be overkill if I just put more in there. But I think we're pretty good. I'm happy with the way the base is, and so when I get everything put together, I will get back to you as soon as I get done covering it up. Oh, and before I forget, we went ahead and all of these screws, I've got 2 things of tape on them, so they're nice and smooth, and we went ahead and put these on the edges because you would have to like unscrew this, and then there's 4 screws in each one of these. And what are you talking? 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 lights on the pond. Yeah, I'd rather just, I mean, it's so easy to just rip through the noodle and then wrap it around and put tape on it, and it's gonna provide a nice little cover, and it's not gonna rip anymore. And like I said, I got the tape, and I've got a ton of tape. When I bought that roll, you know, it was $38 a roll, but I mean, they give you a lifetime of tape, so it was well worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of that netting. I don't want to leave it there, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off, and then I'm going to start putting the plastic back on, and I'll catch up with you here in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm done getting that on. Oh, what a pain in the butt. Anyway, so yeah, this is done, and it's getting really chilly really quick. But like I said, it's going to be 71 tomorrow, and I just got finished doing all this, and I'll show you what I did. I mean, you can see the sun's right about to set right now. So, it's just in the nick of time, right? Well, I went ahead, and they're double insulated. So that's really good. The only part that's not double insulated is right here, from that point all the way over, but I have more. If I wanted to throw another piece up in there, I could. It's not a big deal. But correction on the last part, because I just got this thermometer, and I wasn't really sure exactly how to use it properly, I have to admit. I had that on ambient. It was on an ambient temperature, and that's why it was so warm, because I noticed when I was starting to put the polytunnel up that it actually got up to almost 90 degrees. So I was like, wait a minute, that can't be right. So I went back and I read it, and there is 2 different settings, ambient and external, and the external is the probe. So that is 6 feet down right now, 54.3. That is 3 feet down, 56.8, and that, which I fixed, it's not spinning anymore, it can't, so we're looking at, what, 52 degrees. And now I can see my water flowing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can. So I can tell that my pump's working. I can hear it's working, but I'm just saying I can tell it's working. So there we go. There we go. So we'll see. It's going to rain tonight, so we're going to see how the water falls off of it, and that'll give us a little bit better idea of how we're going to have to adjust maybe a few things here and there. But all in all, I think we did pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. It doesn't look too shabby. Like I said, we got these on here now, so I don't have to worry about that ripping. No tearing of the plastic or anything. And he's got the 2 bars in here for that peak. And everything's gonna basically, you can't really tell it on camera. It's a bad shot, but everything runs downhill all the way down to this point. So everything there should run down here. Everything in there should run down here, because it's that right there, that part. Here, let me see. This piece right here looks like it's high, but it's really not. And it does go down. So once it goes down just a little bit more, you'll see it'll come all the way down here, and then it'll drain right off here, which is great. I mean, I think it'll work just fine. If not, we can always put another pole in there. Not that I'm really wanting to, but you know, if you have to, you have to. We have tons of poles. I'm not going to worry about it. It's a kind of a better shot. It kind of gives you the idea of the slope. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's doing good. And this will tighten up once I put the front on. That's why it's got a divot in there right there, is just because I've got the face of it up. But yeah, we should be pretty good. We should be golden, I'm hoping. So when it starts raining, then I'll be able to see, you know, exactly what's going on, exactly. Because he, look here, wait a minute. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't get it to go. But yeah, so, I mean, not too shabby. Look at that pond. Oh my goodness gracious, that is awesome. Look at that. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with it. I mean, gosh, I wish they made little bitty square bales where I could cut it off right there so it doesn't look like that. But you know what? It's all about the fish, not about the looks. So as long as they stay nice and toasty warm, I'm happy. Don't care. So we'll see how that works. Gonna keep my fingers crossed and see what happens. But yeah, so there you go. So we're gonna be monitoring all that all winter long, and I can't wait to see what the temperature is gonna be like. But because it's getting colder and it's warmer in the tunnel, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut the tunnels down for the night, and then tomorrow when it starts warming up, I'm going to go ahead and pull them back up so they can get nice fresh air in there and they don't overheat, because I don't want them getting too warm right before we get super, super cold. So I will catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you join me again real soon. Bye.